It seems that every time a new game system is released, Ubisoft is guilty of rushing out pure shit, all to take advantage of the initial popularity of the new console. This is the company that's famous for producing Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed, but also infamous for releasing all the Imagine series games and Red Steel and Combat of Giants Dinosaurs 3D. Recently they released James Noir's Hollywood Crimes for the 3DS, a puzzle game that combines elements of noir crime drama and puzzle solving to create what amounts to a pretty entertaining and charming, albeit confusing, piece of software. The first thing you're going to notice about Hollywood Crimes is the character animation. They use some sort of pseudo-FMV to animate the glorified cardboard cutouts, and it comes off as a mix between Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. Initially I was very thrown off by this. It seems so out of place in a new game for a new, innovative console, but admittedly it does have a strange charm to it. Maybe it's just the nostalgia factor of seeing a retro form of animation in a new game, but nonetheless this style choice goes a long way to sell this game to me. It gives it that B-movie feel, that I know this is bad and because of that it is funny kind of feeling. The audio, on the other hand, sounds like it was recorded in a barrel inside a tile bathroom inside of a cathedral inside of the Grand Canyon.
Amazing performance. And here are the final results.
They might have just used the 3DS microphone to record it. Honestly, playing through the built-in speakers, it sounds terrible. Now that that's out of the way, on to the meat of the game. Hollywood Crimes is essentially just a puzzle game, a la the Professor Layton series. You play as a puzzle prodigy who's participating in a popular TV game show called The Incredible Puzzle Masters, hosted by this dingleberry, Glenn Darnby.
Thanks for accepting my invitation.
During your time on the show, you're approached by your old college roommate, who now works for the FBI. It seems that there has been a string of murders involving former contestants of the show, and you guessed it, you're the only one who has the puzzle skills to solve the clues left behind by the murderer. Most of the puzzles you're going to be solving take place on the actual game show, where you're trying to defeat your opponent Marcus White. In between the game show segments, you investigate crime scenes and solve perspective puzzles that continually unravel the relatively weak but oddly satisfying story. The game show segments give you options as to what puzzles you want to attempt to solve. Now this all but eliminates the chance of you having to play your least favorite puzzles over and over. In other words, if you don't like sliding puzzles, this game isn't going to force you to play them. The puzzles themselves are pretty creative, and they always seem to stay fresh. They're certainly as good, if not better, than most puzzle games out there. The story of Hollywood Crimes takes some strange turns towards the end, and the tonal shift can be a little bit jarring, but it still managed to keep my attention for the duration of the game, which admittedly is not very long. I'd say there's a good 6 to 10 hours of gameplay here, give or take a little depending on your puzzle solving skills. This game has a kind of Hotel Dusk feel to it, and I was honestly surprised to find out how incredibly decent this game actually is. As far as puzzle games go, it's not bad, and since the 3DS still isn't the software mecca that we're hoping it one day will become, James Noir's Hollywood Crimes deserves to be considered next time you visit your local game store. I wouldn't by any means call it a great game, but among its puzzle game brothers, it holds up pretty well. Sure, the style choices are a little bit questionable, the acting is less than spectacular, and the story walks the line between uninspired and derivative, but pathological puzzlers like me will likely get a kick out of the game, just as long as you're not paying full price. For more great content, visit thegameheroes.com. I'm Classy Man Jared. Thanks for watching.